Hey y'all, it's your girl, the Evelyn Chanel, and I'm back at you with another video. As you can tell by the title, I got a title on. As you can tell by that title, this is Get Ready With Me while I tell y'all my business. Yeah.
Where you wanna go? Call Chanel. You know I love white toe. How much cost for the nails? Wanna be around the smoke. And I fix your hair. Take it everywhere I go. Flying with Chanel. Brown hips, sexy brown lips. That's a round trip. On my tip. Put her on the water. She on my ship.
I have made up in my mind that the easiest thing for me to do is either I'm recording and editing short form content or recording videos that take the least amount of editing as possible, because I do not have anybody's energy at all. Like, my energy is in hell. Okay? So, with me working on being consistent, I'm trying to figure out a way and work around everything. So, that is my temporary solution. Short form content and content with minimal editing. If you want to see my short form content, then just go ahead and follow me on TikTok. And the name is the same as it is over here. Pretty much easy to find. I'm getting ready for work because for some reason, my manager thought it was okay for him to put me on night shift. But you know what? We'll get there in a minute because I'm finna spill all my business. Over the last couple of weeks, I had seen the doctor more than I like. And I found out why I ain't had no energy. I'm tired, and it feel like my body fighting against me. So yeah, it is. I think it should be like 12:30 now. What's today? Wednesday. I think it's like the 23rd. But I have not eaten because I've had a headache since. I should probably lean the other way, but I'm tired. And my room is a mess. I'm telling you guys that right now. I'm being completely honest. I have had a headache since last night, and I cannot get it to break, and it will not leave me alone. And excuse me, truth be told, I got the right mind to call out of work because my body's out of whack and I'm tired. Like, my head is throbbing right now. And I thought maybe if I go ahead, get up, get in the shower, the steam would kind of release it, because it started to feel like it might have been like a sinus headache. But to no avail, it's still hurting. It feel worse when I'm laying down though. Which means what? I have not gotten sleep for real since last night, because I done woke up, it feel like every hour. And I'm already tired because I recently found out that I'm anemic. I'm already tired. So this is a lot. And I really just want to go bury myself in my bed and not come out. But I need money. So here we are, trying to get myself together, get my life together before I go to work and pretend to put on a brave face, even though I'm over this shit. So yeah, I'm about to go put on my undies and brush my teeth. And no, I do not have a tripod, but I plan on ordering one today, actually. Today, that'll be one of the first things I do. Today, my plan is to order a tripod, and then tomorrow I'll be going to the grocery store and getting a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables. Fruit and vegetables. Because I hate when my mom say fruits. Because fruit is already plural. Right. Get a whole bunch of fruit and vegetables, because apparently that's the only thing, and that ain't even safe, actually. But whatever. I'll be getting fruit, vegetables, and seeds to start growing my own stuff, because if you've been around for a minute, then you know, or if you're my family, you know that at one point in time I was growing my own garden. And I should have kept growing my own garden, but I didn't. But you'll probably hear about that before the end of the video as well. So yeah, at this point, I just want my head to stop hurting. You know, I want my head to stop hurting. Let's start there. to the point to where I don't even have appetite. I'm not hungry. I don't want to eat. You know, but I gotta eat because I gotta go to work because money got to be made. But truth be told, it feel like my equilibrium is off because I feel myself staggering, and I started doing it last night. Y'all, at this point, my body working against me. My body has to hate me. Actually, no, because your girl putting up a good fight. But I'm tired. I'm tired. And I'm over it. And I just want a good night's sleep. I just want to sleep peacefully, you know, without any interruptions or pains. Whatever. I'll be back when I get my clothes on, or my undies on, and my lotion on. Because, yeah. It's me trying to get y'all to sit up on this wall for me. I put on the bodysuit. I did not put on no lotion. I barely put on underwear. I'm tired. I'm really thinking about calling out of work. And I know I'm just tired because I haven't eaten as well. But I also do not have appetite. And my head is working against me. I was hoping like maybe I'm just a little dehydrated. I done down more bottles of water this morning than I do in a regular day. Okay? Okay? And granted, yes, I do need to drink a little bit more water, but Jesus. Let me turn the ear back on. Hold on. I still do not know what time it is. Quite frankly, I don't really give a damn. Because I'm irritated. But I'm getting ahead of myself. About to brush my teeth. And go drink some more water. I think I'm finna drink a juice though. Because I think my sugar might be low. And maybe that'll help me out a little bit. I'll brush me again later. Because I literally feel like I'm about to pass out. Now, I'm going to take y'all with me to make one of my easy make meals. It's really like a snack, honestly. But it's easy to assemble. I think I showed y'all in another vlog, but y'all won't see that vlog for a couple of weeks. I'm not gonna lie. Because what I have decided is, I know your hot cell ain't out in the sun. I don't have time for this today. Thank you. You got some sense today. like I was saying, it's easy to make. And I know I made it before in one of my other vlogs, but y'all won't see those until later on. Because I don't know if I said it, but I decided that I look a mess. I don't care. I've decided that the videos that I was showing y'all, I'm going to hold off until I start school. And that's what y'all going to be getting. Because I'm not sure how I'm going to be about recording then, especially when I'm trying to get things together, because I'll be in school and supposed to be working, but at this rate they about to lose me. Bell pepper. Clean bell. Oh! Don't. What y'all do with the baby ones? Whatever. I'm probably overlooking them. And it's perfectly okay because I ain't got the energy to do it. So I got my bell peppers. I got my shredded cheese. It's almost gone. I got my turkey and my cream cheese. And then I got, hold on. Where you at? Right here. The Baja Chipotle sauce from, what did that say? Subway. Normally I put bacon bits on here, but I don't know if the bacon bits are gone or I'm just stupid. So while I assemble this little meal together, and I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going on my way to work. I am going to stop by either Sonic or Wendy's because those are the two fast food places that have real beef, right? I hope, fingers crossed. And I'm going to get the fattest burger I can get. And we'll figure the other shit out later. But as of right now, I'm finna have to eat something. And quite frankly, I'm tired of taking medicine. So I don't even want to say eat something so I can take some. I don't want to take no more medicine. I don't want to take no more medicine. I hate taking medicine. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And I feel more fucked up now than before when I went to the doctor. I'm tired. So, I don't need y'all to talk about my lopsided TTs. I knew that was gonna work. I don't even know why I tried that one. That's not why we here right now. Just enjoy me making this and listen to the sound of my voice. Okay, my voice is gonna be the background music today. So let's address the first elephant. Slow down, please. In the room, which is me being diabetic. Hold on. Oh, back in, I think it was 2024. Yeah, it was 2024. And at the time, I was changing my lifestyle anyway. But I was diagnosed with pre-diabetes or whatever like that. And so at the time, the caretaker of my PCP that I was going to, we were supposed to start me on metformin. You know what metformin is. You know what metformin is. For 3 months and then come back and reevaluate. Right. Well, she started me on the metformin, and, you know, I started changing my life around and, you know, being more healthy and watching what I was eating and all that good stuff. But in between those 3 months that I was supposed to go back, you about to cut your damn hand open. Her clinic closed. And so I called myself going to another clinic the following year or whatever like that. Not in 3 months. I think it was like a year later, child. Because in between the time, well, no, I'm moving too fast. But the following year, I called myself going to another primary care to follow up with what was going on or whatever like that. And so at the time, they pretty much did like a wellness check or whatever like that, but I really don't remember them calling me back or telling me if my blood levels were high. So I scheduled my appointment with the same clinic from last year, this year, with the same nurse practitioner this year. And the day that I was supposed to go to my appointment, for some reason, a lot of the lights were out on 45, which is a busier highway in my hometown. All the lights were out, and that affected this particular clinic that I go to. Now, with this clinic, they have multiple locations or whatever like that. So instead of me having to wait, that's a bit much in that one. So I just got a complete seasoning. Right. Instead of me having to wait until they could reschedule me, they gave me the option to go to one of their other clinics or whatever like that. So that's what I did. And, you know, I got my little checkup or whatever like that. Now, mind you, multiple things are happening at the time, but, you know, I'll get to that. I go and they call me back. Because they're like, you know, your blood levels are kind of high. This is kind of concerning. Your A1C is high. This is kind of concerning. We need to go ahead and talk about a plan of action or whatever like that. So I was supposed to have and this happened within last week, actually. Last week, 2 weeks. We need to, you know, they were just like, we need to compose a plan of action. Now, at this original appointment, y'all, they had to pull my blood. Okay, I think this is important because, like I mentioned already, I know it ain't nothing flying on me. Why'd you flying on me and I'm trying to eat? Okay, take your ass on. So, like I was saying, most of the things were going on at the time. Oh, you're a little heavy-handed. You're a little shaky. You're a little shaky. It's okay. It's not, but whatever. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so the day that they had me scheduled for me to follow up to discuss a plan of action because my blood work says that I'm officially diabetic. I had to go to the emergency room that day because of another issue, which I will address momentarily. Give me just a second. I'm just trying to get through one thing at a time before I lose my train of thought quickly. So, this knife ain't worth it. And you're going to stay right there, too. So, there was that. I could not go. And then I spent the rest of that day in the hospital. I was in the hospital for real. For maybe 4-5 hours. I think it was like 5-6 actually. But I digress. So because of that, I had to, and this was like literally, like I said, this happened last week, y'all. So I had to reschedule that appointment because I did go by and they were like, well, actually, your other issue is way more diet. You need to get that fixed before. You know what I'm saying? This appointment could come secondary to that. The other issue needs to be fixed. Well, the second appointment came around, and because, like I said, my energy is in hell, I was moving around real slow that morning, and to make a long story short, I ended up being too late for that appointment. Actually, I walked through the door. I think my appointment was 11, and they were like, and I walked through the door at 11:15, and they were like, well, after 15 minutes we had to cancel the appointment. So anyway, they rescheduled for the next day. So I went and got there, and of course he wanted to put me on medicine, which I knew was coming anyway. And he talked about some other concerns, and he looked at my my blood work from me being at the hospital as well, because now we got 2 issues going on. So yes, there's that, and I'm finna eat this piece. So now, I gotta take medicine every day, which is ghetto. And really, what's about to happen is I'm about to lock in and go back to what I was doing before, but just doing my best to keep consistent this time around. Second issue. So, back in March, it had to be March, I had my annual appointment. Ladies, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Men, if you here, you might want to go ahead and I ain't put no cheese, but I got cream cheese on the bottom, so it's okay. You might want to go ahead and log out. Okay, so I had my appointment or whatever like that, the annual, the checkup, everything was fine, it was cool, dandy. I also think that's another reason why. Anyway, everything was fine. Maybe not even a month. It might have been like 2 weeks after that I started my cycle. And my cycle decided it wanted to be a continuation for the next April, May, June, July. For the next 3 months. So, and it was, at first, it was like, I really wanted to know, because everybody was like, why'd you go that long and you didn't say anything? Because it kept being like, you know how, ladies, you know how when you start the cycle, it starts off light, then it gets heavy, and then it gets back, medium to light again. So it kept doing that. So I kept thinking, okay, well, okay, here we go. It's finna stop. Until it wasn't, and it got to the point to where when I ended up having to go to the hospital, I text a week before I had to go to the emergency room, I did go ahead and text my gynecologist to let her know what was going on, and she recommended me getting on the pill, and they scheduled an appointment or whatever like that. But the appointment wasn't supposed to be until the end of August. So they gave me the pill. I took the pill, and it made me really, really sick. So I had to stop that. Right. Super. So then, like I said, a week after. Now, mind you, now the day that I texted my gynecologist was the same day that I had my appointment with my PCP. So this has happened simultaneously, literally. My head, Jesus, I'm talking too much. So yeah, a week later, like I said, which is the same day I was supposed to follow up with my my PCP. I was at work and was bleeding profusely, like to the point to where I feel like this had to be the heaviest that I have been during this whole time, because during my heavier days, I don't wear pads, I wear diapers. And within, because I had to be at work that day at 9 o'clock, by 11 o'clock, I was damn near bleeding through my diaper. Okay. So, that wasn't going to work, and I was feeling extremely lightheaded. So, what ended up happening was, I ended up having to leave work in the middle of a rush. And at the time, it was like right before, or it was during lunchtime. So when I went by the office, my gynecologist knew it was her nurse there. And so I had to wait on them to get back before I even got the okay for me to go to the hospital. And so then I was to the hospital, and I was up in there. And of course, they had taken blood the week before for my PCP appointment, and they were taking blood while I was in the hospital. Okay. Like I told y'all, this is over a span of 2 weeks. Like today is Wednesday. I was literally in the hospital for 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. All right. Can I count? Can you count? Relax. Today is Wednesday. I was literally in the hospital last Thursday. Right. Super. So of course they took blood again. They wanted to look at my blood count. I was about 0.4 away from me having to get a blood transfusion. Yep. And of course they put me on iron pills, and they sent me home with a shot that was supposed to help stop the bleeding. Well, in response to that, I had to work the next day. I went back to work the next day when they looked at me crazy, and I probably should have followed my first mind, but I be needing my little change. I really did be needing my little change, but I should have followed my first mind and let them send me home for a couple of days, because, yeah. Anyway, the next day, for the next couple of days up until, I think I started to lighten up Sunday, Monday, and it's Wednesday. I got really, really heavy, okay? Really, really heavy, and it got really, really painful. So I'm at work in pain and really, really heavy. But at this point, I'm not taking my ass back to the ER because I don't want to be friends with you. How you even get in here? Anyway, I was still heavy, and the cramps was cramping. So I'm still losing blood, and I'm still in pain. So yesterday, I ain't been around because, okay, so yesterday I did have a follow-up appointment or whatever like that, and they had to take blood again. They had to take blood. But maybe an hour or so after my appointment, I started having a headache, and I've had a headache ever since. So yeah, just pain after pain after pain, and now I feel real lightheaded. I lose my appetite. The appetite was already gone, but this too much to make a long story short. Wow, that's going on. If you follow me on TikTok, then you know. Maybe I was a little bit more hungry than I thought I was. But if you follow me on TikTok, then you know that I decided to apply for cosmetology school again for this fall. And I am, going through the process of that and trying to get funding. Well, while these health issues are going on, the people that's supposed to be helping me get funding, they need certain stuff. The school that I'm going to, they dragging their feet about giving me the information that I need. So, the day that I went to the emergency room, not only was I supposed to have a follow-up appointment with my PCP, but I also was supposed to have a follow-up appointment with the organization that's supposed to be helping me get funded. And because I was bleeding profusely and about to pass out, I had to cancel both of those appointments. And now I have... Bitch. Because you playing. You take your ass on. So, like I was saying, I know you ain't following me over here. So, because of that, I now have to wait for an appointment, but on the bright side, hopefully, by the time my second appointment comes around, I'll have everything that they need from me so we can go ahead and nip this in the bud. And I can get all that figured out. Child. Because this is beginning to be a bit much. Why can't you pick it up? It's too much. And I'm drained. Life is life. And it's whooping the fuck out of me. Because right now, I don't want to do shit but go lay back down. But I need my money on. Which leads me to my last point. My manager got me fucked up. I had a conversation with my manager, maybe about 2 weeks ago now. Pretty much forewarning him that I was trying to get in school or whatever like that, but I needed to make sure that I had the funding that I needed or whatever like that. To make a long story short, I gave him enough information that he needs to know, right? I didn't want it to be because, for some reason, the last time I went through this process, the information that they got, when they got the information out to us, stuff was happening back to back. And so, I wanted to give him a warning because at the end of the day, that's my job. And I wanted to probably be like, oh, well, I can't come to work there because I got school. You know what I'm saying? So, me trying to be responsible, I let my manager know that. Now, mind you, I ain't saying I'm the best person that does what I do at work or whatever like that. But I'm one of the more valuable employees that do what I do. So, this manager, he's newer. He's been there maybe like a month now, but I'm pretty sure he was, you know what I'm saying, giving a heads up about that as well. So, last week, he decided to bring some new people in or whatever like that, which, hey, to each his own. We gonna always need new people. I'm not tripping. But when he brought the new people on, they were training on. Now, I moved away and you still following me. Fuck. And there go my mama. Come to find out, the people that he had on came from his last job with him. Which, okay, cool. But what you got me messed up is when you start messing with my money. So, this week, usually I get 5 days. It's usually Wednesday through Sunday. I requested to be off. Now, mind you, I don't have no stipulations on my schedule. So, I'll start there. Right as of right now, anyway. So, I requested to be off Saturday and Sunday. So, in my head, the logical thing that you would do is just have me working Monday and Tuesday instead of Saturday and Sunday. Right? Okay. But not only did you do that, did you not do that, you only scheduled me for Wednesday through Friday, which is 3 days, which what the hell am I supposed to do with that? Anyway, you only scheduled me for that, and then you moved me tonight. And it's not even just a simple fact that you moved me tonight, but you moved me tonight, and the person that you put in my place is the person that you hired last week that was training on a whole nother side. So the person that you literally have replacing me this week is new and has not been trained on my side and will only be trained for 1 day. So now I feel like you're playing your ass. And I'm already not in the mood. But now I'm really not in the goddamn mood. Because you got me fucked up. You still got like another at least 3 weeks before I start classes. And it's not like, oh, well, let me go ahead so he can train, because I could have been training him. One, he's only working with one person 1 day this week. 1 day. And the other 2 days, which are busier days out of the week, he's working by himself on the busier days out of the week. But you know what? I digress. So, lucky for me, somebody picked up my shift while I was talking to y'all. And I don't have to go to work tonight. We will try again tomorrow. But I'm finna lay back down. My mama gave me some medicine for a migraine. And hopefully, I need to put my patch on. I need to put my patch on. So these are the patches. Come on, girl. I just put a screenshot of them, but these are the patches I've been putting on, and I really think they sleep. They sleep and save my life a little bit, because I wholeheartedly feel like if I had not been taking these, my situation would be worse than what it is. So yeah. I'm finna go sleep, and I'm gonna check back in with y'all probably tomorrow. when I'm headed to the grocery store. I have to do my godbaby's hair tomorrow morning. Actually, if I feel any better when I wake up from my nap, I probably saw him today, but at the rate we're going, we're just gonna try again tomorrow. Yeah. So I came out here thinking I was gonna see if they had a snake plant because I'm at Walmart. And the sky decided to want to open up. But in my head, I'm thinking, oh, it's got to look covered. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Just looking like, no. That's very much like mesh or something. So we're going to go back on the inside. No snake plant today. But I did get some seeds. So. Found one, but it's in the, I don't like that pot. Girl, why is she $15? Hold on. It ain't even worth $15. Decisions. She's small. I wonder if she look like it. I know what they eat if I want one though. I don't like no rude shit. The fuck? I got my god baby. Cause our first day of pre-K is tomorrow. So I got to get her stuff together. And I have to put up the stuff that I got before I went to work. So yeah.
That I make you waste my time. Don't go blowing up my life. It's ain't real, then baby, I'm cool.
I guess that's it. I think actually it's really more than enough. But I'm finna heat up my food because I feel like I'm about to pass out and put my baby stuff in the dryer, so I ain't waiting up all night. And I'm putting it in the dryer, so I ain't got to iron it. Right. Here's her cute little dress, little shoes with the charms on the side. Y'all see them? And her cute little socks, even though her mama just pissed me off because these are not even the same color. She got light pink. Okay. They pissing me off. This is what happens when you send other people to go do stuff you don't do yourself. Anyway. Because y'all was not on one accord. Okay, we can put it in the dishes. Thank the Lord. We got the bowls. Y'all just pray my strength, okay? Is that cheese?
Got a pick a stove and she pitching it.